Flat Earth British. Martin Liedtke speaking. Hi guys, good to see you back. Happy Flat Earth Day. It's going to be a very epic night tonight, guys. You excited? You should be. You should be very, very excited. Tonight is a celebration of very, very good things. Okay, we're going to have a good time. Okay, entertainment will be provided by yours truly. Zero fucks given. We won't be giving too much thought to all of the epic weirdness that's going on around us. There will be certain irony in this post though, because we will be looking into mental illness or social madness in the Victorian era, and there's a very similar story to what is happening now with the crazy thing going on. As in, you will get admitted, okay, for absolutely anything. Okay, this is absolutely crazy when you see. And it's closely tied in with the orphans story as well, and Reset. Okay, it seems that after Reset, the social conditions are so bad that people go incredibly nuts, and when they get into these hell institutions, they were designed that way, they get in the hands of narcissistic doctors who do unspeakable things to human beings, which we'll look at. Okay, spooky. Okay, and there is overlaps with what's happening with the current day. If you want to find out what's happening in the future, you just look into the past. History is repeating, and it always has, over and over and over again, until the loop is broke, until the cycle is broke. Okay, so it's been a mad week, absolutely epic week on Flat Earth British, guys. It's been really, really busy. Since all of this strangeness has been happening, I've become incredibly busy. Probably because of the subject matter that we talk about on Flat Earth British and associated channels, which is reset. And now we're undergoing a reset. Okay. There's no doubt in my mind many will die, okay, and there's no doubt in my mind that they're trying to force famine in the near future, okay. I went into a shop today and there was nothing on the shelves, just a few tins, a choice, beans or soup. Okay, this is it. It's just getting fucked up quick, okay, and they're not going to be able to replace it. It's just not there, okay. And the social conditions for being imprisoned, okay, in an open prison, taking away people's liberties, the hopelessness, the frustration, the boredom's a big danger in this, and the need to, the feeling that everybody would like to be brave, I gather, and stand up and say no more. Okay, this is insane. None of this is making any sense to us now. You just can't stop contradicting yourself with all of it, okay? But it's done on purpose, I think. It's done to, just perplex you, okay? They just lay one bullshit narrative down after another deliberately. Trump is no different. He comes out with completely insane gibberish like he did last night, okay? He's just a nutter. All of them are completely insane. And worse than that, guys, their way of life, their death cult, religion, secret societies, the elites, and all the rest of it, guys. Okay? And now on the farm, because that's all there is, and where it is stuck in our pens, okay, trying to work out what's going on, until we get any inkling, okay, I will just presume until, anything else shows, okay, that we are in deep shit. Okay, so we're going to plan. Okay, we're planning to get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay, because you can't fight down an enemy because you need to know your enemy first. Their enemy is completely invisible, but we don't know what we're up against. We don't know what's coming. We don't know what's happening. Not really. Okay, now epic day today, guys. You wouldn't believe this today. Okay, it's just strange again. Really, really, really weird times. This channel hits 14,000 subscribers. The Celtic Tartarian channel, which I've just had back from the hackers from YouTube, any difference, hit 20,000 today as well. And okay, the very popular Flat Earth British think tank channel hit 8,000. Okay, and this week as well, the Martin Liedtke Nectar channel hit 3,000. So all in 1 week, and in fact 3 of them in one day, hit thresholds. Isn't that really, really weird? All on the same day. So massive thanks, Ta. That is amazing. But definitely keep on subbing, guys. Okay, you want to stick around, okay? Because we have all decided here on Flat Earth British we're all going to do something super fantastic. Are you in? Yeah, of course. Okay, now, so we're going to look into the Victorians and their crazy asylums and their basically their administration process, which is off the radar nutty, and the terrible things they had to go through, and all of that. We're going to be looking into haunted asylums, just the one, and another load of curio information picked up, and I'm going to try and keep it away from that as much as I can. Okay, we might have a quick appearance from Queen and King Thumb. Okay, although Queenie Thumb's been doing choreography, she's trying to get King Thumb to practice it as well. They're doing a special dance to support the NHS. Okay, so that'll be epic later. So make sure not to do that. I won't be doing any ranting. There's a few etymologies to be broken down. Have been broken down, which I'll share with you along the road. But I'm gonna have to get on with this vlog, cause time. Okay, and I've been really madly busy, so check this out. Make sure to subscribe, like things and things. Okay, so it is epic to see you. Got a happy hat? Okay, get your happy hat ready. There's a requirement. Go get your drink and your doings, and go and get your happy hat. Okay. Now, unfortunately, my happy hat's all like sort of wintry and furry, so I can't be doing that because it's fucking boiling. Okay, well, that's not bad. Too bad. So. So we're gonna have some fun. Okay, kick back, let me do the driving, and we'll go through a load of information and see what we can discover cluage wise together. Okay, now we're starting here. So here we are. This is this channel you're watching me on now, Martin Liedtke channel, and we just did 14,000 today, and this is a channel that I replaced. I started on 0 subs with only 4 months ago, 5 months, well, 4 months ago, and it's happened that quick. With the support of other channels in this community as well, shouting my channel and just word spread, and it's just fucking fantastic. But then a couple of days ago, last week, I get the Celtic Tartarian channel back. Now, all of the subjects we've been talking about have been talked about for quite some time. Okay, this was my last post before I got hacked. We thought it was something to do with the hack. Plasma bone batteries. Okay, that the battery banks and the Catacombs of Paris, skulls, human bones, harnessing piezoelectric forces under compression and releasing electricity. And I talk about the shit that goes down in the past quite often. Okay, as in, they go nuts on us and they chow down on us as well. Okay, and it happens quite quickly. Okay, when there's no food around, people will change. And I've been doing this subject for a long time. Mud Flood, Antiquitech, Resets, this series, The Greatest Secret Never Told, which is absolutely fucking fantastic. Check that out if I were you. Okay. And we talked about all the events. I covered pandemics. I suggested pandemics. And year 2, this is going on 2 years ago, comet madness and mass die-offs. Okay. Is a comet, cometh the comet, still on the cards? Well, we don't even know where we are. Or anything. Look at this, all the way back. So anyway, that was the Celtic Tartarian channel and the epic, where I went live last night and I got carried away with my mouth. There you are. Oh wow, 4,000 views in 17 hours. The lunatics have taken over the asylum, where I just, like, we have epic laugh. If you want to laugh to yourself because you're pissed off in your house, bored, stick that on for 4 hours. Tell me you don't laugh. I had like 300 people all going through 70s programs. Shame we missed Hong Kong Fooey though. Should have mentioned that one. But all the epic programs of TV when we were all kids, and it was really fun. So yeah, that was a really epic night out, that was, for everybody. So check that out. We hit 8,000 subscribers on it today. fucking killing it on YouTube, guys. We are killing it on YouTube. Anyway, mental illness. Now, I've been reading this book, Social Madness in the Victorian Era, and prior to the madness, the Mental Health Act of 1853, there was crazy measures. But I fitted in with the reset of it all, guys, and these buildings, these giant Tartarian mental institutions are older. And they have been utilised, and they're all mud flooded, and they've been utilised to house mentally ill orphans, children galore, as you will see, even children accused of being mentally ill because they were paupers. I'm not even joking. Institutions to house the mentally ill began in the Middle Ages. The word bedlam is derived from a 760-year-old Bethlehem Royal Hospital, which is still in operation. Okay, so that's in London. I've looked into that. I've got vlogs on that on the Tartarian channel. In the 21st century, unfortunately, there is a stigma around mental illness. 100 years ago, however, being mentally ill meant more than being judged and stereotypes. It could mean that you were locked up for life, and usually without consent. Looks like they got the old handbook out again, doesn't it? We should be very fucking careful with these people. They do this. And you want to see what they're doing with humans. And their human rights records, they're doing shit like this anyway. It's just terrible things going on right at this moment. I'm sorry, yeah, we know it somewhere. The Victorian view of mental illness. By the Victorian era, it was accepted that mental illness was indeed a disease and could be treated. Right? So they say it is a disease of sorts, mental illness. Okay. What we considered a mental disorder, though, was not fully understood until the Victorian era. People often were committed for conditions that had nothing to do with mental illness. And guys, look at this: patience restraint at the early insane asylums. It's just the stories that were, some of them I read in the last fucking day or so were just horrendous. There's nothing this one. So reasons that could get a person committed included madness, whatever that is. Okay, a song by a pop group in the 80s, Madness. They call it madness. Epilepsy is not nutty, is it? It's frothing at the mouth because you've got epilepsy, so that'll get you in. Learning disabilities. So you could be super fantastic Rain Man and no fucking, quantum mechanics or whatever fucking subjects, but you could be like a little bit slow on the, the English or something. A little bit looks like you've got a learning disability. You're in. Schizophrenia. Maybe a reason to go in there. Who said that? Being unruly or an opinionated woman. So that's most of the women I know would be in the 1800s committed. Being unruly. Wow, I would be so fucked back then. Raz. Being dangerous or violent. Well, yeah, that should be banged up, but that's social conditioning anyway. They're all gone mental because of the brainwashing, and they just snap. Bing. So vagrancy, that's enough. You don't want people hanging around the streets. A copper yesterday on a video posted by Chris UK, who's doing brilliant work, and Robin lifting lead, posted this copper. He was so bored, he's like, get up, go to your home. And the guy's, I'm homeless. That is no excuse. Get home. They're just it's just all gone fucking nuts, guys. This is mass mental illness. Okay, Stockholm syndrome. Okay, is not a word that describes what is happening now. Okay, yeah, they're all like celebrating because the news told them to, banging fucking stuff and blowing trumpets and all of that because of the NHS. Okay. The royal family do that as well. King and Queen firm. It's a new thing. They're bringing her in for the new dystopia. Okay, every time you say that word, you've got to do 3 seagulls. Okay, Anxiety. So, for fucking everyone I know is anxious, except me. Being suicidal. Yeah, that'll get you in. Okay, I keep killing myself and fading. Mental exhaustion. Fucking hell, I'm knackered. You're nuts getting. Giving birth to an illegitimate child. So that is 9/10 of Ely would be admitted. 9/10 of everywhere would be. They're going to have to open a lot of... They'll have to like convert the stadiums into like massive places full of beds. Oh shit, they have. Anyway. Postmortem or partum depression. Oh, that's me. Alcoholism, yeah, that's a definite. That'll get you in there. And shell shock. So, like, you've been at war, your bombs landing in the night, and that'll get you in. So that's quite sick and stupid. Many patients were forgotten by their families, and abuse was common. Try on every one of them. I was trying to conceive it. You know, you get these pictures of all these people. I think, how many of them are actually subject to one form of abuse or another? And when I was like conceiving, I thought, well, in one way or another, every single fucking one of them, because they shouldn't have been there anyway. It's just sick. Anyway, the number of people who were committed increased over the course of the 19th century, because everyone was going scatty. Okay. By the dawn of the 20th century, asylums were overcrowded and understaffed, despite laws that regulated how they should be run. Yeah, they pushed through a bit of getting kind laws a bit later on. Lesson to torture. Yeah, they took some lessons from Guantanamo Bay. Treatments for mental illness were nothing more than torture. These cures, beatings, yeah, will fucking beat that virus out of you, and it will hurt you good. Okay, cold baths will do it. Okay, withholding food. You a food fucking stasher. Is this a mass? Isolation. Now, isolation, lock you up, is a treatment for mental illness. Mercury pills. Okay, mad as a hatter. All of the hatters, you know, would treat the hats with mercury, or felting process also used mercury, and people who worked in factories making these sort of hats suffered Mad Hatter's disease, which I've covered also on the Tartarian vlog. So mercury pills, so completely nuts, they make you. Bleeding, so I guess that means they're fucking still doing bleeding out, is it? Yeah, I think that went out in like the 1400s, if I'm right. Induced vomiting. Get you bastard. We'll cure you. Okay. I think that beating the disease out of you might have some... That might work. Yeah, they should keep that going. Many patients didn't survive the treatment. No shit, Sherlock. And many were buried in asylum grounds. Yeah, the Michigan one got like 72,000 underneath. Yeah, you had all of the people that were buried under all these asylums, which are nightmare murder institutions, like the fucking temples of death today. Oh, sorry, they're called hospitals. What about sanatoriums as well? Yeah, people were shipped into them in trainloads. Children, yeah, because they were poor. Yeah, it's just... I will show you. Not all treatments, however, were inhumane. Okay, let's check out the nice ones. Patients with better institutions were allowed some measure of autonomy and were rewarded for their good behaviour. More effective treatments included painting pretty pictures. I do that. I got our therapy done on the floor, but I'm a bit bonkers. Occupational therapy. Yeah, get him to mow the lawn. Round and round and round and round. Hypnotism definitely works. Okay, I'm all for that. Okay, so if you're good, they'll just hypnotise you, and you are no longer nutty. Okay, champions of change, and then they basically a load of bullshit fucking narrative. I'm not going with any of that because it's like official narrative. Okay, but isn't it intriguing that you know opinionated women would get sectioned? Somebody shut her up. Bang it up. Okay. So here's a few of the victims. Okay, in some picture form, which I will show you now. And 1858, so not too far after the act. Okay, so what's she got? What's she got diagnosed with? Acute mania. What's acute mania? About what? A Beatlemania. So, he invented the time machine, not a sextant. So what was he? He was 1846 with mania and charged with homicide. So he seems a bit of a dreamer. So what about this lady? Don't know her name. He don't look too nutty. 1858, diagnosed with chronic mania with delusions. Like she got... No, it's a real baby. I'm not taking a piss on the mentally ill. This is 150 years ago. They're dead already. God damn. George Bailey and his son Thomas Bailey, I wonder if they're the Baileys, both admitted in 1858 with acute melancholia. They look really pissed off. Oh, fucking hell. I know that. I'm so fucked off myself. It's like being on isolation. I know I'm going to have to do all day. I've washed the cat every day for a month. I know what I mean. So that's what they're going through. Yeah, she might have some mental health problems. It's hard to say, because she might be completely nice and everything else, but she might have gone cockeyed and then the wind changed. I don't know. Because if you do that and the wind change, she's going to stay like it. So Eliza Champlin, somebody was giving me a narrative this morning, not only a little segue, but Charlie Chaplin may be a good chap, apparently, a bit of a rad. I don't know. Apparently he had loads of his stuff stolen because he was into alternative thinking. Who knows, who knows. He'd done a good little speech doing the Great Dictator. Anyway, back to this. Diagnosed with acute mania. Guys, what's this mania thing? Oh my fucking... He's a schemer. What's he thinking? I bet that's his special chair. I wouldn't sit in that chair. He'd probably go fucking mental, start pulling his hair out and banging his head. Admitted 1857 and diagnosed with acute mania. It's not very descriptive, acute mania. That could just be anybody. What's going on here? Okay. So there you go. They crush your head under the vice in a little bit. Just administer high voltage electricity. Yes, it's very painful. A criminal inmate in West Riding. The Kasabian album. This is a pop group, contemporary pop group, indie band in Britain, Kasabian, named after Linda Kasabian. You know, one of the Manson women. West Riding, yeah, they got an album called that. Anyway, he's restrained whilst photographing. I was just restraining him. That's fair enough. He was a wriggler. You get him. She looks a bit of a schemer as well. What's her name? Unidentified female. Yeah, they didn't keep on her name. She fucking have you. She don't look too nuts. That one don't look too nuts. She looks a bit of a dreamer. That's it, see, you might be just a bit vacant, like, you know, and just like, yeah, that's enough. Anything, you know, opinionated women, they're going in, definitely. Unidentified female admitted for chronic mania, okay. Oh. Eliza Chaplin again. What about that lady? Oh, she looked like happy. Feel sorry for her. Oh, I'll go like that. Hey, I'll be alright. Silent patient, they didn't keep her name. No, not her. So they felt the need to photograph them, a lot of them. You get a lot in American asylums. I've seen stacks and stacks of photographs. So back at West Riding, that must have been a bit of a nightmare place. Chronic mania. But she's drugged up to the fucking nines, isn't she? So Eliza Jocelyn, acute melancholia. She's dressed in black. Oh, he's dead. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. He died 30 years ago and he's dead. A bit like Queen Victoria done. She was suffering with melancholia. They didn't fucking bang her away. Photographed 1857. So you can go in a mental institution to convalesce what exactly? So yeah, they opened up all over Christendom. sanatoriums, and they shipped large amounts of consumption victims in. People with TB. TB was another plague of this era, along with cholera and others. But it was massive. It was a massive epidemic. And they opened these consumption places in the hills. They said if you went up in the hills in these massive Tartarian buildings, you would be okay. And I'm immune to TB. I didn't need the BCG that they jammed in your arm. Monomania of pride. So, yeah, pride it will be a destroyer. And so proud. Fly my flag. Okay. I get that. Anyway, otherwise, sane patients suffered from partial insanity due to singular pathological occupation. Oh, that's quite an interesting problem. They don't know her name. Poor people are having a shit of a time. I don't know if she got one eye looking at Barry and one eye looking at Penataf. Is she looking at me? I don't know. I got told if the first person you see in the morning is cockeyed, then you're going to have a shit day. It's bad luck. So you want to watch that. Yeah. See a cockeyed person, right? Close your eyes before you see him. Listen, happiness is in short supply. If you had your happiness quota, yeah, well, it's rationed. Yeah, don't be selfish. Yeah, share your happiness around. Okay, don't go to the beach. You're not allowed. Okay, we've invented new things to keep you away from the beach. Okay, new signs that you must obey. You can't look at the beach. Did you look at the beach? Don't. It's in short supply. Very fucking selfish. You should think of the NHS, shouldn't you? So I quite like the hairdo. She's doing sewing stuff. You do that when you're going to actually make wicker baskets and you sew stuff. She's in straight jacket. No, she looks like she's had a cow of a time now. She looks happy. But she's in a oh fucking hell. Patient 9743 has been taken to room 101 by this guy with the sideboards. Looks like he's having a shit of a time. Is she suffering with melancholia? She might be suffering with melancholia. What about her? She's happy. Museum of the Mind. Yeah, it's quite an interesting subject, I suppose. Intermittent mania, so she goes batshit crazy sometimes. Well, that's just all fucking women. Wow. Anyway, acute mania again. So a few of these don't load. 37 of these images. I don't know. She looks quite startling, doesn't she? She looks like she's tripping her tits off, excuse the phrase, but she does. Ooh. This one's looking like she's in for something specific. I don't know what it could be. Hello. So. What's she looking at? Ooh. Oh, actually, that's that actress from the modern day in a previous life. I've seen her before. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, she don't look too nuts at all. She's just like she wants to mind her own business and be left alone with it. You know what I mean? Like we all do, don't we? We want to mind our own fucking business and go and do one. Be honest with us, and we get on with our lives. So here's some more. Like, watch our lady with a cock eye. Don't stare at her. Did you stare at her? Yeah, you want to watch that. And just some colour ones here. You can get a link, but basically I don't want to be pressing anything from the Daily Mail. So you get colour photos of the people of these institutions. They are massive. And the similarity is they got endless beds. Empty beds. Okay, to cram all of these children. And anybody, like opinionated women. See, as you can see, it's all children. So they're mad. They're mad as fuck. There's something going on with our incubators as well. Because it got brought up in the narrative with the fucking Gulf War, and I think there's something going on with that as well. Sinister. Anyway, look at this sinister shit going on. What's this fucking shit? Young Children's Hospital in an asylum. Yeah, they're crying. Yeah. Is it poor? Yeah. drag them all away to room 14, which is a padded cell in the ground, in these massive, all of them mud flooded. 150,000 historical documents revealed. Oh, that might be interesting. Take a look at this. And no matter where you are, you could be in Australia, you could be in South Africa, South America, and all of the institutions are all going to be the same. Massive Tartarian, looking like this. Okay? Looking like this. Looking like this. And Cardiff is no different. We got a massive, I should have brought it up, a massive mental institution here called Whitchurch Hospital, and it's closed for some weird reason. There's another one there in Birmingham. They look like schools. Oh, it is a school. Yeah, exactly. They were 5 insane asylums. So it's a link to the orphans, it's a link to it all. It's part of this mechanism for brainwashing. The prisons, the prisons, they weren't initially for prisoners like they told you in the modern day, guys. This was something to do with, grabbing everyone in. I've been looking into also Andre Bevin, who brought in the NHS. He was a Welshman. Check this, Freemason. Tracing your ancestors in lunatic asylums. I gather that's a lot then. Lunatics, imbeciles and idiots. I bet that's a good book. Anyway, we move on, because time is of the essence. So young children in asylum, and basically, don't read it all, but it's just, they're not nuts. There's nothing wrong with them. Some of them were administered for being just paupers, social conditions, and in great volumes as well. These children were taken to these asylums. Okay, young children in an asylum introduced to administrations of children aged 10 and under. Oh, illustrations. Okay. So where did I read that? This is Devon Asylum there, all the way up to the Edwardian era. So it's pretty shit and pretty sick, because these kids had no one to help them, no parents per se, and they were just left into these places. It's just fucking absolutely nightmarish for them all. One like this is a sanatorium, same old thing as what they're doing now. So they were grabbing people off the street, out of their homes, and they were taking them to this hellish place. Now it's a ghost story, but I'm not going to read it because I'm not in a really fucking mood. But this guy, he's a ghost hunter. The only time he ever saw a ghost was at the Waverley Hills Sanatorium in 2002, when he saw a ghost. Okay, and nobody can film there. There's all spooky stuff going on, but what a strange building for a sanatorium. So in 1800s and early 1900s, America was ravaged by a deadly disease known by many as the White Death, tuberculosis. Well, that's another respiratory illness, isn't it? This terrifying and very contagious plague, for which no cure existed. Oh, that's funny. They inoculated everyone in my school for BCG, for TB, and I was immune, apparently, for some weird reason. Claimed entire families and sometimes entire towns. Entire towns, apparently. In 1900, Louisville, Kentucky, had the highest tuberculosis death rate in America. Built on low swampland, mud flooded, the area was perfect breeding ground for disease in 1910. So that's associated with the miasma theory, okay, which we'll look into a little bit more now and again, okay, which I've covered on the post the other day. Now, a hospital was constructed on a wind-swept hill in South Jefferson County. So why would you put it on a wind-swept hill? Must have been a bastard to build. That's not really healthy for people with illnesses anyway. So it was there already, mud flooded. Okay. Anyway, designed to combat the horrific disease. So they built all that for plague victims. Just get that in your head with what's going on now. The disease continued to run rampant through the region, and eventually, with donations of money and land, a new hospital was started in 1924. As recently as that. And a new structure, Waverley Hills, opened in 1926. It was considered the most advanced tuberculosis sanatorium in the county. But even more patients succumbed to the disease. So it was pretty bad, wasn't it, around that time? Apparently. There was no more medicine available at the time to treat the disease. So many patients were offered rest, fresh air, so windy hill, and lots of nutritious food. Oh God, imagine that. Sadly, the main use of the hospital was to isolate those who had come down with the disease and keep them away from those who had not. So just to clarify, guys, they're sticking large amounts of people, isolating them because they say they got a disease, and they put them in these institutions out of the way, which turns out to be hellholes. Families were tragically divided with parents, even children forced into sanatoriums with little contact with their loved ones. Like I said, with the mental institutions, disappeared into the city, life never seen again. Treatment for tuberculosis was sometimes as bad as the disease itself. Some of the experiments that were conducted in a search for a cure were barbaric by today's standards, and others are not common practice. Patients' lungs were exposed to ultraviolet light to try and stop the spread of the bacteria. It was done in sunrooms using artificial light under a sunlight or on the roof or open porches of the hospital. Fresh air was thought to be a possible cure. Patients were often placed in front of huge windows, because they were for giants, and open porches. No matter what the season, all photographs show patients lounging in chairs, taking in the fresh air while literally covered in snow. So just put them outside, like, stay in there, it's good for you, bye. Other treatments were less pleasant, which much bloodier. Balloons would be surgically implanted into lungs and then filled with air to expand them. Needless to say, this often was disastrous results. No shit. Wow. As did the operation, where muscles and ribs were removed from the patient's chest to allow the lungs to expand further and let more oxygen in. The blood-soaked procedure was seen as a last resort, as many patients did not survive. Fuck. Wow. This is just off the radar, insane stuff, guys, and they're doing it now. Oh wow, and the endless amounts of corpses these places produced, that's what they were there for. While the patients who survived both the disease and the treatments left the Waverley Hills through the front door, many others, though, when what came back to be known as the body chute. This enclosed tunnel, wow, for the dead led from the hospital to a railroad tracks at the bottom of the hill. Using a motorized rail and cable system, the bodies were lowered into secret waiting trains. This was done so the patients would not be seen, and many of them leaving the hospitals as corpses. Their mental health, the doctors believed, was just as important as their physical health. So basically they're shipping them out the back in masses, guys. It goes on, it's just a horrific narrative, but I need to get on, otherwise I'll never get this post up tonight. Sorry to be talking 90 miles an hour. So yeah, totally fucked. What a fucking nightmare experience for everyone involved. So part of the mechanism, and soon to be reintroduced, I think they got him already. And soon, cracks are going to start to show with people. This is the guy who invented the NHS, okay, who is Andre Brevin. He's a Welshman, not myself, he's from Tredegar. Well, I'm not from Tredegar. So he invents it, and why does he invent it? It's a cash cow, because he can keep money pouring into the pharmaceutical industry. He made a killing. It was opposed, yeah, but doctors, they were like royalty back then, because you needed doctors to keep up the NHS. They got privatised by Margaret Thatcher, who was Satan's emissary on earth. So Labour introduced it. Okay, why doctors opposed the NHS? Doctors were extremely powerful position, as without them the NHS couldn't operate. But the government was forced to make a number of comparisons. Andre Bevin conceded these points in order to make the NHS work alright, sucking up. Who funded? The taxpayer. The national insurance contributions pays for the NHS, so we all pay for it. Okay, so they say it's free. We get the NHS is free, but it's not really. You pay for national insurance contributions, you know, when you're sold off on the stock exchange. So yeah, there's a few weird things in this as well. Like, why did Richard Branson sue the NHS? Well, Branson's company Virgin Care sued the NHS after it lost out on a £82 million contract to provide children's healthcare services in Surrey in 2016. The company was cited concerns over serious flaws. Well, I bet that's another fucking rabbit hole to go down. Fucking sinister. All of this stinks. So, is the NHS a socialist idea? It has been claimed the NHS has socialist principles. No shit. And represents an island of socialism in a sea of capitalism. That sounds very fucking Karl Marx. In short, the NHS, more correctly seen as a nationalised rather than socialised medicine. So, I disagree. I think the way that they're acting at the moment, which I'll show you in this vlog, is very much like... it's just Germany 1938, what's going on? All of it. So they've been using you don't need a bacterial weapon, but what, you know, just the fear of one is enough apparently, and that's what is repeated right through history. They've been using bacterial warfare as far back as you could possibly remember in history, yeah, and this is how they do it. Out of their handbook, to cut down surplus population, kill everybody, okay, and reset civilization, come back with their weird ass dystopia death cult where nobody's life would be worth anything. Life will be cheap as fuck. Living there? No, we're running away. Various types of biological warfare. Stop there. There's a film, a zombie film with Brad Pitt called World War Z, where they all the zombies he goes to Jerusalem and all the zombies are clambering up the walls of Jerusalem. And I thought, shit, yeah. This is what I was thinking in my mind this morning. Shit, yeah, them the medieval town walls, the star forts. It could have been for the starving masses and during pandemic, and them walls, they wouldn't be able to really get up them properly, and I was thinking about on star forts, and the tunnels, the bugging out tunnels in star forts. I thought, yeah, this makes perfect sense. I think it's part of it. So practiced repeatedly throughout history, this includes the use of biological agents, microbes and plants. Isn't that interesting? Like miasmic theory, okay? As well as biotoxins, including venoms, so a bit of dart frog on your arrow, derived from them. And in the 20th century, the use of biological agents took three major forms: deliberate contamination of food and water with poisonous or contagious material. Now, during the last few weeks, I've seen the water boards. They've been doing something with the water around here. Yeah, I know, it's quiet, so now would be a good time. I know, I've been told. But why are they fucking around with water? They're not always doing that, and now it's a pandemic. And on the film Contagion, they say, let's slip it in the water supply. They do. Anyway, drink other water. Use microbes, biological toxins, animals or plants, living or dead, in a weapon system. So like I mentioned before with the miasmic theory, you know, born from maybe plants. Use biological inoculated fabrics and persons. So this would be like giving the Native Americans smallpox blankets, or blankets that had been around smallpox, because they would infect, because they would have the toxic excretion, you know, not like, you got it, okay, your mask's going to help you. So bacterial agents, anthrax, maybe this was an anthrax attack, I don't know, brucella, and theralema, don't know that, etc. Viral agent, smallpox, that's a bit fucked up. Viral, hemographic fevers, I don't know what they are, but they sound a bit nasty, but maybe what we got now. Toxins, botulinum and ricin, yeah, like on Breaking Bad. Yeah. So yeah, this has been going on for a long time. First World War, gas, mustard gas, right the way through antiquity. The Hittites, which I want to talk a little bit about on the next bit, the earliest documented incident of the intention of the use of biological weapons is possibly recorded in Hittite texts. Now, I don't want to go with the dates or anything, but what's interesting is there's a narrative that I picked up concerning what happened to the Phoenicians, and they are attributed to taking out the Hittites, okay, in this time in Upper Mesopotamia, and because of their metal skills in the quest for silver. We'll look at that in a minute. So anyway, so victims of Tulamaria, whatever that is, were driven into enemy lands, causing an epidemic through the Assyrians. Oh, you have ergot. Turn on your mind, relax, and float downstream. A parasitic fungus of rye that produces ergotism, which makes you trip your tits off. When ingested, there is no evidence they were poisoned. Enemy wells with a fungus, is claimed. So that wouldn't do anything anyway. They just get all happy. Yeah? It's not like the Vietnam gay bomb. Yeah, apparently they gay bombed in Vietnam. Yeah, apparently they just pepper bombed gay bombs on the enemy, and when they were spied on through, you know, binoculars, they were all grooming one another's hair and gay shit. So it was really weird. Homer's epic, Trojan. That might not be true. I made that up. No, I think they did have gay bombs. Anyway, poison tips arrows in the Iliad. Okay, poison. Okay, so in Homer's Iliad as well as the Trojan Wars, which you covered on my last post, also attributed to biological warfare. So as miasmic theory fits in with it. Oh, here's the Tartars, the Mongol Empire. Okay, part of it. You know, established commercial and political connections between eastern and western areas of the world. The most mobile army ever seen. Okay, and then outbreak of bubonic plague, which is also very highly skeptical whether pest has come off a rat. In another narrative that I picked up on, they said it was deliberately made by the men in funny masks. So there you are. There's another European plague. The Swedes. Okay. Oh, my father's from Tallinn. Okay. Oh, fucking hell. By flinging plague-infected corpses over the wall of a reveal in Tallinn. Wow. I fart in your general direction. You don't even need to chuck a manky cow at them. You know, you just chuck a dead person. So yeah, these things have gone on. New South Wales. A little bit of, you know, skullduggery going on against, you know, the lovely Aboriginals. The sick fucking Phoenicians. First World War as well, during the First World War. But they had gas, and it was horrendous. It was the worst thing ever. Apparently Hitler got gassed, and he had hysterical blindness. He went blind because of it. So however bad it was enough to make a man blind. So anyway, it goes on. So there's a little link for you just to show you that this shit's been going on forever. And there's the Hittites, again, from Upper Mesopotamia. I'm going to read all this narrative. It's a very interesting link that was given to me by this book by Miles Mathis, whoever that is. Now, as I said, I don't want to read it all. Please share this out. Got loads to come. Time is not my friend. I've been very, very busy today, and I was trying to find as much time as I could do vloggage. Happy hats. Happy hats. Happy hats. Anyway, so where have the Phoenicians gone to? Okay, I think they're off pond or up north. okay, or they could be out of frequency. Yeah. We have already established that the Phoenicians flourished due to early control of shipping and banking. So they're still here in control. They haven't gone anywhere, they're hanging here. We can't see them. Okay. Bit like the germ. But it appears that a semi-monopoly of iron production was also part of it. Turns out that the Sea Peoples destroyed the Hittite Empire. According to mainstream history, the Hittites were linked to a monopoly of iron smelting. As part of this old theory, the Sea Peoples took over the monopoly and spread it west. The theory that has been pooh-poohed by recent historians, but since these historians tend to be Jewish, we can't take the denials as confirmations. I don't understand why that would be an issue. So it looks to me like the Iron Age itself is a point of Jewish monogamy. Oh god. Anyway, the Phoenicians' capital, Bablos, was right on the southern border of the Hittite Empire. So it was probable the Sea Peoples, which is a long way inland, were dominant at the time, and basically they wanted iron for armor, weapons, electromagnetic technology. So yeah, this guy got pure attitude, this Miles thing, and he's drawn oppositions in his thinking. So yeah, it's a massive narrative concerning the Phoenicians. So I will link it up if you are interested. I don't think, he's going to go with a lot of official narratives and instantly in the first narrative. I don't even like the person at all. Anyway, moving on. Next, a load of curio and stuff to think about. Okay, guys, and then I'm gonna come back. We're gonna have a happy King Queen Thumb sesh. So this is my no, it's not. I'm on Instagram, right? I think this is Teleforming UK. He's got Antiquitech. Oh god, he posts some juicy stuff on there. Get onto Instagram. Some of the stuff I'll show you that he gets on there. Look at this guy, yeah. He's like, is that real? Is that fucking real? So yeah, there's some stunning stuff put on this site. Unfortunately, you can't click through like one at a time. It's a bit of a shit. So let's have a look. So that's early robotics. So that's obviously completely artificial man. Only his head is real. It's obviously real. Look at this. Some really beautiful, incredible stuff. We got some great stuff for images of the day anyway collected. And some video. If I fart, can I get through underwear and a pair of jeans? Yeah. If I go through jeans, so why is Corona get through? I heard that analogy the other night. Look, it looks like a weapon of staff. Oh, like to me. So the andirons in an old free energy fireplace. And Antiquitech, nice light bulbs, probably being powered by this itself, probably not even wired up. 1890s, nice picture. And I love these overhead steam trains, brilliant. And the free energy of the past, Ipswich, eh? Is that Ipswich, UK? Nah, can't be. Wow, who knew? I didn't see none of that when I went to Ipswich. Okay, no. So it's highly interesting. Look at these load of Phoenicians. You got the Gorgon now with a serpent. Oh, look at this, and she's got a weapon, electromagnetic weaponry. And look at this here. The resonator on top of that. This is what looks like it's all been underwater. That deep. So yeah, really cool. If you're into Tartarian mud flood, I gather you are if you're here. This is a really good source. Okay, so get over to there as well. So many sources around just lately. It's really fucking fantastic. Although I'm getting sent like probably about half of the stuff, maybe 3/4 of the stuff I get sent now is all related to this fucking thing. And people are not really, I'm a historian. I'm going to dig into the past and find clues. I'm not really going to be concentrating on, I'll keep an eye on it all. Okay, so I don't miss anything, obviously. But I ain't going to draw any decisions. So this artist was passed to me by Lee Flat Earth British Sub last night. Take a look. Abraham Louis Rodophili, Ducros. So I'll just call him Ducros, okay? And he's from the 1700s, okay? Mid 1700s, and he basically paints the same stuff as Piranesi, or the British artist Turner. Is a post-reset civilization. The water's still draining away, and you can still see the existence of that old world. So even then, this is what they're painting. There's many artists that cover this subject, guys. You see the beautiful colour in her. Oh, we got some nice colour later, and a bit of music, and loads of other stuff as well. King and Queen from as well. See how they're getting on. Miss them sometimes. Although they, you know, they've got a bit of a creepy existence, but you know they are endearing. You know, they grow on you. So yeah, download them if you like. I'll take a look through, and I'll give you the reset world. All mud flooded. Look, everything's smashed because it's been underwater. So I think the penny's starting to drop with a lot of people out there. I got a lot of straight, you know, fucking, I mean, people, normal people who don't know have any of this information, suspecting there's something, nothing's making sense, but quite willing to go with this for the rest of their lives. And I'm not even joking. You know, I ain't doing none of it, so I can't do it. I'll show you a video that got sent to me in a minute. This is what needs to be done. So this is another link. Forests. Now this one's just really interesting because it's in Wales. Ceredigion, and it's a petrified forest. Sometimes the water goes out, okay, and in both in Ceredigion, in Snowdonia in Wales, they give it a date line, but basically it's Bronze Age ancient forest of oak, pine, birch, willow and hazel trees, and there's stumps left, ancient forest, and it's all now undated by the sea, but still visible. So read that for yourself. It's really interesting how they could be existing after, you know, what they say is thousands of years, but it just goes to show that this place has been inundated with water. Okay, furnished 5,000 years ago. They're trying to say this is a 5,000-year-old tree stem, and that the sea's just been, well, it would sort of season it, make it really hard. That's how they season wood, using water. Yeah, I suppose that's doable. But isn't that interesting? 3,000-year-old trees or so, whatever. Tree trunks. Crazy stuff. Now, on my vlogs this week, I went live because the Flat Earth British contacted me. I'll just show you here about this. Hundreds of planes flying north, east over the UK. Plenty of people contacted me, and I had a massive load of attention. People seeing these, they've been going over every night. Everyone's sending me links saying that fucking Musk is something to do with it, and Skylink satellite. Well, I can tell you something, it ain't that. Okay, you wouldn't be able to see a satellite if they were real anyway. Okay, if you don't believe me, go on Google Earth, look at a stadium, pan out only a few miles, the stadium and the city disappears. It was impossible to see something if it was even orbiting at that distance. Them lights are something else. So Musk has claimed responsibility, and they're putting narratives out that that's what's going on. So a lot of people are quite happy to believe that there's something orbiting. Yeah, just whatever. Anyway, yet the military also claim responsibility for it. Operation Low Flying Training Timetable for the 20th and the 24th. I seen them between them dates. So the 24th, yesterday, last night, they were still active. There's another one coming up there, the 27th, 2 days time, up to the 1st of May. So they're going to be doing low-level flying. So are they doing it in formation? Who knows? So Elon Musk is claiming that they're satellites, but the military are also putting out. Okay. And this has been apparently published since 2011, guys. Apparently. But when did it get updated? April 22nd. Interesting. Wonder what the updates are. So they're both claiming responsibility. I think it's both of them are a psyop. I think it's nothing to do with it. Okay. Oh. I was going to show you to do with mental illness. This thing here. I have read it to you before, but if you can screenshot that, this gives you some ideas of the things. I've covered it in a few weeks ago, but they are absolutely hilarious, okay? The things that will get you put into a mental institution in the past, okay? And I mean, they are absolutely crazy. Egotism will get you in. Epilepsy, as I mentioned. But, you know, it's just the way they're thinking, the mindset. It's everything. Everything will get you into a madhouse. Brain fever, what the fuck is that? Blood whiskey. Guys, blood whiskey. What is that? Tobacco or masturbation will get you into a nut house, apparently. Opium habit will, yeah. Menstrual derangement. Imprisonment. Jealousy and religion. Yeah. They'll get you in. So, yeah. Now, breakaway civilization. Guys, if you don't know, I can't be eating that. If you don't know, we've put out there this week and had a massive response. Maybe you have 500 people more, hundreds of people, for a breakaway civilization. Okay, let's get the fuck away from them so we can be safe and safe for our children in the future. So loads of you have come forward wanting, and I can understand, definitely. Okay, and it is so doable and so cheap as well, and it is definitely a thing. There are plenty of places doing this already. Fucking fireworks for the fucking NHS. So I really gotta get away. Now this video you got sent to me, check this out. Living big in a tiny house site, I know nothing about it. It's got terrific views, but this woman builds £1,000 tiny earth home, like a little hobbit home. Live close to nature in Welsh woods. And I'm no shitting you guys, right? There's these other guys on this site as well. They're building log cabins, dirt cheap. Look at that for a hobbit home. That'll do me. Out in the woods. She made it a mottle and daub and sticks. I bet it's warm. She's got a kiln for cooking. She looks healthy as fuck. She's away from all her toxins. Washing her plates with grass. She's got some reading. That's a kazi. And she saw it in the woods. So we'll do that, something like exactly like that, on a bigger scale. Okay, guys, they got these people here do these log cabins. They are absolutely fucking beautiful. Do you live in there? Got a little Russian dasher in the woods. Yeah? Do you feel safe? I fucking would. I'm not feeling safe in the city. You're not going to be safe in the cities when the shit hits a fan. I can tell you that for nothing. Can't trust them. Can't trust them. The people who wear masks are going to be scary, fucking panicky animals. You know, they're just going to be clawy, acting like zombies as soon as they get hungry. And they're not going to let the children go hungry. They'll do whatever. Okay? They're not going to be doing the sharing symbiosis, a lot of these people. I'd love to be able to believe they will. So yeah, that's brilliant. So that's what we're going to do. Now, the score is I may have meant, if you haven't seen my vlog last night and a few community posts this week, is Didivanh, who was the organisers of the Flat Earther conventions in the UK and other places. She's like, really knows this, you know, knows how to organise stuff. So there's an email, Didivah's email, I can link up. So for access emails, because I am getting snowed under and I can't keep up. Okay, I'm getting so many. And somewhere, like, you know, because it's all dotted around all over the place. Half of them are in the community messages, half of them are in emails, and I just can't collect it all up. And like, I haven't got time to be, you know, just, you know, so we need it all in one place. So try and email Didi and myself, mattleakers7@gmail.com, if you want in. Make suggestions. We've got tradesmen and women offering. We've got people who's offering land left, right and centre. Land in Colorado, land in Oklahoma. But the land in Colorado is rent-free from beautiful Lotus, who lives in Hawaii. And we fixed her up with someone else who's going to go and have a look at it, this land. So all of this stuff is going to go on. Now, we can't really move and do much. I'm really love this land in Wales that we've been looking at, with woods just like this and clearings just like this and a stream. It's just out of this world. So it's on, it's happening. We just, as soon as, if this lockdown is ever over with, we go boom, make moves. Okay guys, so Remember what I said, contact, keep an eye on this channel, guys, as well. Make sure to sub, because this is going to be super fucking fantastic, all of it. Now, black magic, voodoo, and criminal insanity and crimes against humanity. Now, a few flat earth channels have been posting how many of these. Now, well, the score is, it doesn't matter if you're in Iran or in China or in London. It doesn't matter where you are, you will do this stupid fucking dance, which is black magic. It is witches dancing. Now, you've got fuck all to do all day, but I run around having, you know, really traumatic. Now, these people should have 1,000-mile stare. They've just been in a plague. They should be crying and hysterical and bags and upset and look like, you know, masses of people are dying. This is totally disrespectful to the people's relatives. If I'd lost, you know, a relative of, you know, virus and went home and then seen the nurse that was seeing my mother earlier could not give in a flying fuck and doing a stupid dance with the buddies, I would be really pissed off. This is disgusting. Anybody who sees it anything else than just complete insanity, then this, you really need to evaluate your life, okay? Because this is madness. Madness. Check this out. So the weird thing about it is the swimming thing and all that is, for some weird reason, all of these fucking lot, right, no matter what country you're in, you were all shown the same sort of stupid ass choreographed dance, and they're all in it together. It's beyond spooky, guys. It's not just me, other people are saying it. It's just really, and all this clapping and all of that is just proper nasty state, like big time. It's fucking hellish. And these people are part of it, guys. Yeah, they got uniforms on. It's just acting like a Gestapo. They got the power of life and fucking death over your relatives. Who give them that? Who give them God's right to take life? Okay, it should be able to run its natural course, not be induced. Not being, you know, we'll make them go comfortably because we care so. We won't feed them, we won't give them drinks, and they will slip away quietly. We'll smack them up to fuck so they don't know anything about it. So that's another crime. You're not supposed to be on anything when you pass over. Okay, it's supposed to be clear. That's mind and body. So they're fucking that up for us as well. You won't be doing that to me. I will be on anything when I pass over. You're not supposed to be. Hang on. So this person is been struggling looking after dead people or dying people, you know, all fucking day. Yeah? That one I'm gonna care in the fucking world. Yeah. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Yeah, I got a license for one of these genie machine things. No, I'm not sure if this is a genie machine, but yeah, if you stood on this, yeah, that's not how it's to be operated. He should have been sacked like a fucking dog. You're not to do that. That's really not right. That could have toppled over and killed you. So they're doing this swimming thing. Why? What? Hang on. What has the swimming dance got anything to do with people who are drowning or can't breathe or dying of a virus? Just out of interest, why are they doing the swimming thing? It's like they've been told this dance. It's like they've been told it, and it's all related to water, the Queen with the fucking rainbow. Yeah, there's another one, yeah. It's just fucking insanity. I'm sorry, this is just really winding me up. Same stupid fucking dance. So, you know, you got to practice together, guys. If there's two of you, you're going to have to do a bit of choreography, otherwise you're just going to look fucking stupid. So they've taken time, gone into another room. They've been doing no work. Got any jewellery on? See that watch there? You want to mind you don't leave that in anywhere, because you're not allowed to wear a watch. Doctors ain't allowed, nurses ain't allowed to wear rings and watches. And you have a look at the New York nurses with their rings on and their fucking nail varnish and their fucking shiny stuff. I'm telling you no, guys, this is just bullshit. So look at these fuckers. Yeah, right. Go on, do the swimmy thing now. Yeah, such fucking heroes. The foot tappy, right? This is what you gotta do now, right? So it's distance buds, yeah, arm's length, yeah. Always show you how to do the foot tappy thing, so you fuckers never get anywhere close to one another ever again. You happy about that? So that's the foot tappy insanity. They ain't got a care in the fucking world, have they, these pair? Yeah, it must be terrible, stressful life looking after plague victims. You know, in the film Outbreak, the nurses are having breakdowns and it's like hell on earth. They all look like they're in Da Nang in Vietnam War. They're all shot to pieces. Their eyes are like, this is the worst thing that ever. I know it's a movie, but that's what you would expect, wouldn't you? A bit like the people on the ISS, you know, you think they'd look a bit scared and panicky, being as there's imminent death at any second from asteroids. Micro asteroids impact. Anyway, so it's fucking pathetic. It makes me really angry to think that these people are doing this stupid ass shit, okay? And they got no time to do anything fucking else, okay? In an epidemic, I think it's totally insulting. Really bad taste and spooky, because it's just witchy stuff, okay? And making people stand in circles, yeah, with our social fucking distancing lack. That's witchcraft. I ain't gonna be standing in no fucking white circle. So, just to rub your face in it, make you look completely fucking stupid, if you read the newspapers or you read the media, watch your media, right? The Wuhan doctor, you know, the one that died 33 years of age, he turned black. So what they're saying is this, the flu, common cold, is going to turn you into a black man, apparently. Wuhan doctors, right, now... wake from fighting virus to find skin has changed colour. So let's just put this into context. A Oriental man, apparently, yeah, okay, yeah, overnight turns into a black man overnight, and they're trying to make you believe that this man, guys, this man turns into that flu, yeah. And that's what they want you to believe, because it's China. But I'm just showing you're completely fucking nuts. So from this man here to this man here. Come on, guys. They're really starting to take the fucking piss now. So this is got sent in to me by Melich. And it is literally epic. This guy, max props. This is how it's got to be done, right, guys? I'm just going to mute the volume for a second. Check this dude out. This is what needs to be done. Yeah, max respect to this. Okay, check this out. It's fun. That's the way it should be done, peeps. Max respect to that dude. And look, this is what you do when you're really bored, right? Is I made FEB out of sticks in the road when me and my son was sitting in the middle of the road because there's no cars going by. Yeah, make a little like vloggage. Me and my son. Runsy. Good, isn't it? Anyway, so cures. Now, if you're stuck home, okay, and you don't want to be queuing all day outside the fucking chemist or anywhere, or having any pharmaceuticals ever again, because I get rid of them because they're not going to be around and you will be ill. So it's best to wean yourself off. A good way of being without pain and not using opiates, which compromise your immune system and make you ill anyway, is hemp products, okay? And this is my friend Gillian, who got the best CBD, okay? Products and BAMs and all sorts available. So check her out, guys, okay? It's just the best road to go down away from the pharmaceutical fucking bullshit. And it's one of our peeps as well, okay? Let's keep it fucking farmers market fucking local, okay? Fuck off these corporates, they're all gone anyway. Okay, that's the way it's going to go if we get out of this, which I don't know. So, images of the day, and I'm going to be back. This will only be an hour's video because basically it's 9 o'clock now. This is going to be a very late video. So, images of the day. Make sure to subscribe, and I will be back in a day or two when I caught up, because I tell you what, my accounts, all of them, are very, very busy. So use that place. I'll give you the link for it. It's highly interesting, but it shows you the place has been inundated. So yeah, in the past, they are reset with using fasces, and the controllers give you the crown, the corona, and in this case, females, or this female, is put on the rack, even though she's been given the power, and they're scraping her intestines. I don't know if she's going to be on the menu, but you get a lot of cannibalism in the Middle Ages. And then after the reset, they'll go completely nuts, the Phoenicians, and they'll go into weird religion, cult stuff. It's really very strange, all attributed to the Phoenicians, seashells, everything else, which are a Babylonian death cult. Where did they come from? The sea. They are people of the sea. Okay, the women never wear anything. Okay, and you know, it's reset, death of civilization, and it seems that virus, whether true or not, is definitely a part of it. €5,000 tree trunk. And the Phoenicians, the Babylonians, Moloch, their goatee god, one of them. We've got Batch here as well, they're a part of it. And he's got the laurel leaf as well. Okay, so he's part of the controller, and you've got some strange cult, and they literally, look at this starved child, skinny like sticks. So it's just a famine-y child, and they're just giving it to this goat god, yeah. And it's about the suppression of females. They've been kept right down through civilization, haven't they? But I think it's this reset. I think that they were powerful. You know, let's be honest. You know, they are very powerful, aren't they? The women in the world, and they have been kept down when they could have done so much more. The place would have been so much better. Look at this for a speaker and a Technosmia device, a music hall, a giant speaker. So I know we've seen this before, but with the reset ongoing, we're looking for clues. Where do you see yourself in a year's time? I see it with a beautiful civilization of unbelievable people, all living a happy, away from this bullshit. So, the mirror which flatters not. It's all about the mirrors, even in that narrative for silver and the Hittites and the Phoenicians. And you get this, the resetting ball. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider the latter end. And then you have the hourglass posing, the wings open, plasma, and piles and piles and piles and piles of skulls. Their death cult, which you're living in, and they live in. So this is a door painting from 1811, the year of the reset. And what you have is this titan, or this giant, and he's back going away. Okay, looks maybe walking in the sea because of how low he is. And what you see is everybody's in Exodus. And this was 1811, he painted this picture. I find it fascinating. There was a reset and he's painting that. And this is what all of these alchemical images are about, is reset. And electromagnetic technology, like this, you know, lizard man thing. She's got breasts. She's stabbing him in the gut. It's all weird, it's all perverse, it's just crazy twisting of fucking reality, all of it. So I don't know what song that is. Chorus. Something. whatever, in 9 chorus. So you get the plasma pyramid, all the nasty little evil Cherbanuskis, and then you get this giant orb which got the constellations on it, and somebody with panpipes on top which gives vibration. This is Kirshter's work, and they're digging in, they're underground. That's interesting. Pythagorean thinking. And then this Sanctus Liverinus. Okay, and I'm not sure what it says, but something to do with Christ, and the year is 409. So in there thinking 1490. So 409, so there's no, that's a good date marker. People are being decapitated. I'm not sure if that's a giant up on the hill, but this guy, he takes his head off because he's a robot. Is this oil or blood? Squirt, squirt, squirt. Isn't that unusual, guys? I don't know what it is. Oh well. And there's just so many of them, they all show you the same thing, guys. Tortured humanity, sound vibration, flood, plasma reset of this place over and over again. Not very far apart, hundreds of years. From this is our golden era. This Tartarian, Moorish, beautiful, you know, sumptuous luxury of silks and beautiful carpets and beautiful people. You know, we're just living. Okay, look at the way this is, and that's what I think that's how everyone should be living, like stuck in the tellies, fast food, 21st century, bitches for these evil people, or whatever they are, which I doubt are people. It's Phoenicians, all over our buildings, running our state, keeping everyone blind, getting everyone feared from the day they're born about death, and running a death cult is this most sinister, twisted shit I've ever seen in my life, and reverse of everything. Look at this ship's head. All Phoenician ships have a ship's head, and the fachet here with 3 crosses, which has great emphasis in this, because it is the resetter. So I'll use some mud flood evidence somebody posted. Basically this is the street level, and when you got down here, it was a civic building. I'll tell you what it is now, it'll come to me. And basically it was windows and doors going out, so it just proves 100% this was on street level at one stage. So it was a hotel, a well-known hotel, and doors going out. So not just a basement. Oh, nice. Love a bit of brick, we do. Wooden lintels, really old. Nice. And that's on the lower level. So one of my subs, sorry I can't remember your name, he was working there, and that's what he was in. I bet he couldn't wait to send me that. So these are all over Christendom, aren't they? These crazy Antiquitech devices with these resonators on top. They were tech. So yeah, these have got a lot to do with it all. The monkeys, the papal people, they're strangling him there. Look. So there's always murder going on with them, and sedition and everything fucking else sinister. And monsters were around 1700s, 1600s and earlier. They sort of petered out because we got reset, and all of them disappeared because everyone got killed. Where are they? Yeah, some. They like to say that's April 1787, but there's a dot between them, so it's just a coding. Sorry, let me just check my phone. And this is Catacombs of Paris. I've talked about many times because of the obvious nature. These places are set up all over. I think it's Czech Republic, skull and crossbones, and they make candelabras with the dead, or whatever that is, a vase of the dead. And also these. I was on a show in the week called Gypsy Road, and there was a guy on there, Eric. Robert. And basically, he went to visit this place and he witnessed all of this. So they like to lay them out, pretty patterns. That's quite good, isn't it? The effort. How did you get... Oh, they must have started in the middle and worked the way out. How did you get them and then tiptoe around? I don't even know how you would do that. Not that I'd want to do that, I'm just saying it's weird. And they like to do that. Remember, these are human beings. The previous reset, if you're wondering where everyone got to. The rest are below us. It's a crazy harsh truth, isn't it? And all of antiquity's art show us that this is reset. You have some sort of, I don't know, plasma-y thing, fasces type event, and everyone's just dropping to the ground, almost like a plague. And he's strangling him. Oh, that's them two just then. This is Christ, is it? And the devil's like whispering in his shirt. Is that so? What's them black things in that building? Can I get this to come up anymore? Apparently not. So these black things taking over this temple, they're weird. So different groups doing weird shit. They're dying. They're talking shit. God, weird clothes back then. This is Middle Ages, because Jesus is around in the Middle Ages, guys, man. And the devil wording him up. Well, there's a reset in progress. I don't know if that's anything to do with religious text. And this critter, okay, he's been seen all over, apparently Haarlem, in Holland, and he eats pigs, and he's got tits, and he looks like that other one that got killed. So apparently they were just running around the place. And I got a book full of these. Starred a waltz, and they just fought from the ancient period. This one looks a bit like Angkor Wat, but check it out though, guys. And this is in the ancient world, all floating, all in water, Phoenician. Pretty shit. Oh, it's got a Tartarian flag there as well. Tartaria, Tartaria. So yeah, you get a ticket anywhere these days. 10 for if you go out. My advice to you, if you see the roses, leg it, okay, because they'll be like that, okay, and they will be. Have you got your happy quota registration number? Because you're not allowed. It's been rationed. Did you hear? Yeah. Nice things that under ration, you will get busted big time. In fact, they'll be worse than that. They'll say to you, give us some money, or whatever you got on you, otherwise who are they going to believe, me or you, when we get back to the police station, is what they're pulling. Because narcissists work in that job for some reason would want to do it anyway. I wonder if any of them are good. I hope so. I'd be really disappointed to think they were all just like that. So there's a wire running through it, look, guys. So Rumpty-toodle pina colada, half a pound of music. So yeah, we had a riot last night on a show on Flat Earth British Think Tank. Check that out. It's 4 hours. I can't believe I talked that long. Right, this is going to be a late fucking post. Oh, God, I've been talking forever. So, oh, that's a lovely clock. Phoenician clock. There you are. So they'll nick anything. That pussy got busted as well, and he's going. You can see he's just gulping. You know, he's looking right at me. He's like, oh, I'm so in the shit. Yeah, no, you fucking abused the daily quota of nice stuff. Did you look at the sky for more than 5 minutes? Oh man, you can't do that anymore. It's war crime. So more alchemy, and this guy's got a serpent on a stick, a bit like Moses done, but a serpent on a stick means active charge, because that's what happens. More of these crazy dragons. This one's a Hydra Dragon. In England or somewhere. More dragons in the Middle Ages. They were real. Built in pretty patterns out of dead people with bones. I don't even know what that is. Couch is begging for it. Oh, it's a couch. Right, I didn't know what it was. I just thought it looked aesthetically pleasing for some weird reason. Yeah, it's pretty. So I got a t-shirt of that. Oh, not there. It's over there. That built in there. Make Tartaria great again. Look at this. So weird. Imagine walking up there like, what do you got? So they got a light bulb shirt everywhere in this old church, and all the cables are coming down from the resonators in the roof. Oh, that's interesting. So is this. That's a really interesting staircase. So yeah, I picked some of these up off Instagram, off my Facebook, as I'd play posts on there, and just wherever. This is an unbelievable thing, you see. Get these all over America. I can't remember where this one is. It's Pennsylvania, I'm not sure. But look, sand or mud. They just built it up there. Some doing. And more reset art. Plenty of artists show you the reset world when it looked like that. Oh, I did have a video, but it's gone. This is Stalingrad. Something I should cover, I guess. Battle of Stalingrad. Bit of a nightmare scenario, that is. Even the official narrative, God knows what's going on in there. What happens in there is all cannibalism, everything. So I'm not sure what this thing is that it's in, but it has a Vajra, which is like a tuning fork, which is a resonator of some sort. It does resonate. So a mud flooded world. This guy's got all fucking faces on him. I mean, smoke, chemicals, churchy fish heads, doing some anointing, and the church is well mud flooded. So he's a giant, isn't he? Yeah, he's a giant. A giant, pissy, chemical making thing. And that got sprayed in the sky the other day. I don't know if they do that shit deliberate, but they haven't done any spraying in 2 days here. It's been crystal clear. Best skies ever. Giant bones. So I guess some that are out there that you can, you know, believe. A lot of these copper things all around. You've got shields. So, oh, Cologne Cathedral has weird gargoyles. I don't know if you've seen them, and I don't know if they're recent either. Okay, as in more recent. They seem to be really old. I'm not sure though. So look at this. Biting his face, teeth right in. What is it? It's worse ones. Oh, look at this in Petersburg. Loads and loads of carriages. Greco-Romano theme. Phoenicians. Beautiful. That's your world. And they're just deceptions. Their opulence is off radar. Look at this blue marble. Look at this. How do they build all this stuff? Look at the design in that. They don't do that now. They can't do that now. So more alchemical strangeness in the mud-flooded worlds. The Phoenicians arrived. They do a big pyre, burn some dead, probably chowed down a bit later. And strange creatures that don't exist. And they always got this smoke thing going on, like chem cloud as well. Back to Cologne. Shit. Yeah, they get stranger. There's a weird monkey dude. Oh, maybe not, dude. Look at that. That's fucking horrible. What is it? It's nasty. Sinks his teeth right in. Look at the colour on that, guys. I wonder if that's this real colour, because it's like the green in the river. I think it's been highlighted. But wouldn't it be beautiful if it was like lime green and this yellowy colour? But wow, what a building. I love it. Be nice if it was that colour. Big doors for big people. We do love big doors, but look at all of the detail that's gone into this. Ship, figurehead, Phoenicians, the flowing flowers are literally there on this one. And 2 faceless knights setups. If you don't know about that, buy our book. Holy Grail of a Flat Earth. Okay, I'll tell you all about it. And these things, comets, could be perfectly sphered balls, some of them mud flooded and buried, and they're mathematically perfect, and they're all over the plane. You can get them in Svalbard, they're in tundra in northern Russia on beaches, they're in Nova Zembla, and this was talked about this week on that show I went on, Gypsy Road, Friesland, which is obviously flooded and longer there, just off of Western Europe, out in the Atlantic, gone. But you can see the remnants on Google Earth, and they got all of the cities. Everything's there. God mio. Friesland, the big capital there, so it's gone. Underwater, flooded in an event. Don't know, it's just a really strange pillar. This is all grimy, isn't it? Was it pollution? More of these strange happenings. Phoenicians, so they're going ladders into the sky again. Keeps happening. How can you do that? They spiritually ascending, so you got like the 3 crucifix, so it's Christ related. He's in a coffin but he's alive. Oh shit. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. I'm not dead. You want to use tenor, get rid of him. Bam. It's not a joke, guys, that's real. The social engineers, them fuckers that Monty Python. They're dropping like flies then, by the way. So there you are, Cologne Cathedral with some freaky fucking demons. And some beautiful Tartarian buildings. Beautiful colour on it. Yes, the daisies look different. Yeah, on this cathedral. Now that got to be a later adaptation, because it's obviously the alien, isn't it? Of Alien, you know, the face hugger. So yeah, they put that on. Taking a piss. It's a church, by the way. You know. This guy got wings, this. So I guess this can be late tonight, maybe 11 o'clock tonight. So sorry about that, guys, but you know, I'm busy today. Look, they got a face hugger on a cathedral, guys. It's got to be a later thing. It's got to be a later thing. They just put it there taking the piss. Them ones, they could be original gargoyles. But what were these ones? Ah, it's got talons. I think the rain drips on it and then it comes off of it then, maybe. Because sometimes they're part of the sewer system. And there's these balls that are everywhere. Comets, parts of the firmament. This is painted on a house here. I thought this was quite good. Like. Nobody believes the media except when it's in their own interest. Very well put. So what do you reckon that is? Fish, serpent, oh, it's definitely rain coming out of that. Curious little animal. But we've looked at that one in New York with all of the cataclysms showing on there. Predictive programming of the hell we got coming. Oh dear indeed. The shock of it all. Of the terrifying truth. This looks like seeds though, like giant seeds rather than, and these two stuck together. Rather than look, it's got like a cell or a nucleus. I wonder what these discs were on this. Ruin Worlds. Of course, I can't even talk. I'm so thirsty. 4 hours I talked for last night. I got to Queen and King fun, yeah. But you know that'll be over with soon. Go on another 10 minutes. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to share this out, please. And sorry it's so late on a Friday night, but life gets on, and I've been so busy. Make sure to contact if you're interested in Breakaway Civilization. Any stinking filthy rich people who want to get, you know, in on this or set it up and save humanity, get in on it. Come on, you know, it makes sense. Come back to the family. There's no use being with them. They won't. Everyone's expendable now. Army, soldiers, police, all of them. They're just bitches like the rest, and they will not be looked after, neither will their families. This is about them, and this is about them playing for time for whatever is coming. So you got a little door for people, but you got a bigger door for when there was giants. So I guess this is a bit of a key to what is going on. Is the Georgia Guidestones. If you look at these from above on Google Earth, the tops are covered in blood, but they don't show you. It all comes in loads of languages, and it's depopulation. Okay, there's a bit of anomalous origins. People don't really know. The English version of the guidelines, the 10 guides of the new age of reason, are as follows. 1. Maintain humanity under 500 million, so 500 million, in perpetual balance with nature. guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity by keeping you in your house, unites humanity by keeping you all apart. This is doublethink with a new language, so one language for all. I wonder what language that'll be. Phoenician based, no doubt. And it'll be Newspeak. Okay, they'll just Newspeak and they'll tweak it, pass syntax it, stamp it in your fucking head so every word's a magic spell and you can't get it out. 4. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. 5. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. No, that's bullshit, because nations is just division of people. There should be just none of that, our laws or any of it. We would need courts anyway if everyone was okay. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. So no, I think it's self-governing small duchies away from any centralised control, anything, especially a world fucking court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. 8. Balance personal rights with social duties, like wear your mask, social distance, do as you're fucking told. Okay, jump off the edge of the cliff, put your hand in the fire. No, we told you to put your hand in the fire. Do it. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony. Now, decode time. This came from Mel this morning. She gave me a good decode. She's very good at these. Now, harmony is ham on eye. Ham on eye. Ham on eye is harmony. Okay, that's human. Where is your harmony? Harmony is ham on me, or ham on eye. Another one is frequencies. The word frequencies can be broken down into freak, want, sees. Frequencies. And mandatory can be broken down into man, date, or I. Also the word ignorant as well is quite a good one. So that is ignore the rant. Ignorant is ignore the rant. Okay, so yeah, they got fucking right nasty ideas for all of humanity, and that's really, you know, whether or not they go with that, who even knows. So there you are. Eat a fish, a cat. That's not so sinister. They do that. And the expositions we've been looking into, if you want to find out about them, get on the Celtic Tartarian channel. Must be a dozen more videos concerning that. That's pretty. And this is what the world looked like for quite some time. A lot of these buildings are destroyed. World War II. And they built expositions. And they liked you to believe these were temporary structures for, you know, X amount of time, or knocked down. But this is an older world. You don't put up like these bloody marble piers and columns and all this detail of Corinthian churches, all of it, for weeks. So there's evidence of the mud-flooded past. A giant Greco-Romano column. There's more antiquity, and it is that deep in the mud. Okay, 16 foot that building, that hotel that guy was working in. He told me that's how far down the windows and doors were mud flooded. So that's about right. That's what we make for everywhere. And these are the wards in these. This is Mont Park Asylum, patients area, 1917. All beds lying empty, ready for the people who are not mad, but they're gonna be like, you know, because they don't fit or to agree with the collective. Look at this. That's that artist. Just giant sort of cavernway. All looks artificial, or man-made, or giant-made. The people are tiny. Excuse me. And this is that beautiful land in Wales. Bluebells, setting up a little cabin, something like that, away from all of that. Okay, we'll miss anything of the old world, all that bullshit. And this is somebody who sent me in Scotland. This is a lady who's also going to be involved in the breakaway civilization. And there's this guy here up by Inverness. I don't think there's anyone actually in there. I think it's just a suit. But yeah, they're pretty fucking nuts. And there's a Flat Earth Cafe up there as well. Somebody had time to set one up before the world fucking went to shit. 2 Craig Street, And I know these boys in here, but there's a flat earth shop. Hopefully it's still going. Oh yeah, she took a photograph this week. Oh, very epic. Flat earth 22222 at gmail.com. And there's the insane shit they used to put people through, including electric shock treatments, these boxes here for mental patients. They waterboarded them, comes up in that narrative. I actually love this couple. They're Budgie and a cat, they're always like sort of cutching, and which is hugs. I'm just loving, and I just got really like, you know, I think they're really cool. And that's where I was this week. This was a thumbnail made by the kind gentleman. I was on with Brian Staveley, myself and these two gentlemen on Gypsy Road, which I'll link up. Take a look at, okay? And these are all these people in these asylums. It's broken by society. Most people are just, all of their problems are socially related anyway. Things constructed by them. Fell for it, basically. Yeah, don't be that. Okay? Don't be that. Don't even listen. Do that dude then. Yeah? That's how it's going to work. Yeah? They only kill us when we say they can. It's like they want you to consent to your murder. They want you to thank them, and they want you to clap. In fact, they want you to say thank you while they're doing it. Okay, and they want your relatives to thank them after and clap them as well. Okay, for all the good they do. Okay. So, 9:30. Good to see peeps. It's epic. All of these subscribers all in the same day. It's a really, really weird scenario. I've got to be honest. It's all in one day. It's very, very fun, cool. So yeah, King Queen fam. Let's have a go with them. So what's been happening with them? They're like 2 months in now. They've been getting on alright. I've got to be honest. King Thumbykins. He keeps busy. He's painted the royal carriage, as I mentioned, over and over again. Psychedelic colours, apparently. He's been involved in the building of a new dungeon, fluffy sex dungeon for himself, because he's living alone. And Queenie Thumb, okay, she's been basically involved in choreographing, and she's got Kingy Thumb involved, a new dance in support of the NHS. Okay, so she's been doing it on Skype with a hospital in Bangalore, where they've been, you know, they do that really cool Indian dancing. So they've done a version of that in a hospital in Bangalore, because they just locked down over 1 billion people because half a dozen people have got a cold. So no, there's nothing strange about this place at all. It's completely normal. So, if you haven't met King Thumb, okay, there he is there. He's pretty funky, but she's been training him up. Okay, there's King Thumb. How you been, King Thumbykins? Yeah? Are you bored? Yeah? Have she got you dancing silly shit? Yeah? Okay, here she comes now. I'll try and ignore her. She's a bit annoying, I know. Thumbykins! Thumbykins! Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh, hiya, love. You look a dish. How you been? Well, what I was thinking is, do you know, because we rule the world, yeah, do I really have to go and queue outside Asda all day in one of those circles? Couldn't I just walk through and get served? Well, you could, love, because you own the world. Okay, so try that tomorrow. Yeah, I wasted 4 hours of today, stood outside on a circle that never went anywhere. Is the circle supposed to go anywhere? No, love, it's painted. Okay. Now, Thumbykins, have you been practicing the dance? Yes, love, I've been practicing the dance. In front of the mirror. We've got to do it together. Okay? This is being beamed up by satellites all over the world. You know, like the Beatles did with peace and love stuff, bollocks stuff. Okay. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? We haven't got a silly song. Okay, we got to have a silly song. Okay, no, we haven't. We haven't got a silly song. I'm not going to put a silly song. Fuck that shit. Okay, so. Okay, after 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Pump up the jump, pump it up till your booty's jumping. I don't know the words. What do I know the words of? Okay, YMCA. Now, make sure in the future. Oh shit! Just Queenie's fucking head. Yeah, Queenie's head's just rolled onto the table. Okay. They'll be back next week. They've had a mental breakdown. Things have not been really clever for them in Windsor Castle over there. Yeah, Queenie had to nip out. She's not feeling very well, and I can't dance with her. She's mentally ill. Okay? She's a opinionated woman. Good news is we got new rules coming in. We'll have a word about them later. The NHS, okay? You ready? NHS? NHS. That's right. You'll be doing that every time I say it now. Say it again. NHS. That's right. Okay. I rule the world. I'm King Thumb. This is me out. Bye. So there's me. King Thumb's just gone into my table. I ain't going to be going retrieving no Queen Thumb. No, it ain't cruel. Do it next week. In fact. So what have I been talking about? I haven't got a fucking clue. My brain's turned to fudge. Did you got a happy hat on? Did you subscribe? Fucking epic. Yes. Did you enjoy my show? I don't even know what I talked about the mentally ill. I don't know. I said about 1,000 words. I don't know what any of them were. Anyway, I'll chuck a load of links in anyway of all good stuff and juice and nectar for you to look over, and I'll be back in a day or two. Okay, once I've caught up with all this stuff. But Didivanh, mine, and all the links, emails, and contact us about any ideas or suggestions or involvement in the breakaway civilization. And that's it for now, I think. So much. I did have a load of things that I just wanted to say, and it just goes boom, 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 out of my mind. Gone. Okay, peace and love. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.